Charlie, welcome to the fan blogs, mate. You can come more often if this is what's going to happen.
I'm so buzzing. I actually wasn't going to come back if we lost. Genuinely, if we lost, that was it. That was me done. But it's not. Again, and I preach this. It's not only the result; it's the performance as well. You know, there was that fight, grit, determination. What more can you ask?
I mean, looking at that today, you had players there that question marks were over for starting. Rashford was brought into it again more than anyone else. He's had a lot of criticism recently. He had a game today, didn't he, mate? He did.
Yeah. And I want to give a shout out to McTOMINAY as well. Like, I've given him pelters, to be fair, and he was really good today. Yeah, and that's even for his standards. Like, he was very, very good, and you can see why, I guess, you know, and he must be doing something in training as well, because he's keeping CASEMIRO out of the team, because as much as Ten Hag comes out and he does say, you know, he needs to adapt to this new team, I don't think he actually does. I think, you know, McTOMINAY is playing very well and is keeping him out of the team, so kudos to him. But again, Rashford, I honestly think that Ten Hag must be sacrificing Rashford by almost playing him up front for the better of the team and the better cohesion. He does press better than obviously Ronaldo's going to, and with Martial being out injured, I guess it just does give him that little bit of a better cog to add to the many more cogs that the team does have. So I think, yeah, he deserved his goals today, obviously assist as well. So arguments for man of the match, but he wouldn't be a man of the match. Talking of man of the matches, it would be Christian Eriksen. This geezer is unbelievable, by the way. Off the ball, he's obviously not a defensive midfielder, so there are going to be faults. There are going to be faults to his game, but honestly, when he's on the ball and going forward, this guy is second to none. And I was one of the ones that I was one of the ones that when there was talks of him being brought in, that whether he was actually going to play and be, maybe he was just a squad player. But this guy is honestly unbelievable, he brings out the best in other people as well. I don't even know how to put it into words. And Adam, don't tell me about anything about the game. I'd like to recollect anything, because I couldn't even tell you what happened. I was just shouting and screaming the whole time. But mate, unreal.
That's what it's about, mate. That's what it's about. You mentioned there sacrificing playing Rashford for the sake of the shape and everything. Can you see a Ten Hag blueprint now? We are getting very similar sort of performances. I think it's the first time I can remember I'm going to go back to Sir Alex Ferguson, and we've seen an actual style of play. We sort of know what's coming in a way. We know the work rate that's going to be there. We know the shape in and out of position. Like you just mentioned there, Rashford central in the first half, then goes out to the left. There's an imprint, isn't there, mate, now?
Yeah, and I think Rashford played well even when he moved out, and I guess it gives the team that versatility as well. I think everyone had a good game, to be fair. I was a little bit worried in the first half with Malacia, with Saka. Saka just looked like he had that cutting edge of pace, but again, Malacia's second half was unbelievable. There's and it's not like I give Eriksen man of the match lightly. There's a good. Probably everyone has an argument for it today. Honestly, I couldn't ask more for kind of my first game of the season. But you talk about blueprint, and I think genuinely you're right. You know kind of what to expect, and I'm starting to gain a little bit of trust within these players now that these guys, you know, I do know what to expect. So it's obviously great to be winning 4 in a row. You know, 3 points off top, 2 points off City, something like that. So yeah, it's unreal.
That's it, mate. Talking about that, where we are in the table now, 4 wins in a row. Tough games to come. We know they're all going to be tough, mate. But have you been encouraged that these last few games now, United can actually make top 4 and actually even have more success from that? Past that? Yeah. I think there's definitely steps in the right direction. 100%. It's leaps and bounds from the Brighton and Brentford game. 100%. But you know, it is Thursday, Sunday now, so it is going to get more challenging. And you know, you are going to see the likes of Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw play games now. So and even Maguire came on today, and the first thing he does is get booked. Like, it's very, very, very Harry Maguire like. But I thought he did okay when he came on. He did what he had to do, but you can tell the atmosphere switched when, you know, Martinez did go off and Maguire had to come on. It was a little bit rocky. So I just think honestly I wouldn't maybe go as far as thinking and kind of persuading myself for top 4 quite yet, but it's definitely steps in the right direction. I think the way the league is going at the minute, it does seem that anyone can honestly beat anyone. So, you know, if results go our way and we just keep winning, honestly, then, you know, weirder things have happened. That's it. You mentioned there, I'm glad you did, mate. You talked about Maguire coming on and doing his bit. Obviously, CASEMIRO came on. Ten Hag's always talked about the squad. Never picks out individuals when asked the questions in press conferences. It's about the squad. You can see that he's actually got the squad players on board, because Fred came on and I thought was immense when he came on and pretty much just nullified Arsenal in their attack and where they were progressing.
Yeah, no, I mean everyone, and I think, and I come back to it as well. I think Ten Hag, I allude back to what I said about Marcus Rashford. He's willing to sacrifice players in their best position in order for what's best of the team. And that is, when Fred comes on, these guys want to work hard for each other, and that is the main thing. It's not just these individual records, and if I get something for my highlight reel, it's everyone. There's when you make a tackle, I know it can be annoying, but when they shake each other's hands and pat each other on the back, but it is what you want. It's that team cohesion, and it's again something that you want to see more of going forward.
That's 4 wins in a row, so bring it on even more, Charlie, for your first fan blog, mate. Cheers for
Appreciate
coming on.
it.